Welcome to episode 2 of Football Manager Experiments. This experiment is with Manchester City, as you can see, with the badge. Yeah, that's right. So, in the last episode, if you've missed, Manchester City won the Champions League, won the FA Cup, won the FA Trophy, and won the Vanarama North. So, we're about to start Season 2, so let's get straight in. So, we're back onto the home screen, and as you know, we are in the Vanarama National League. It is the 1st of July 2018, so we will be in this league now. Look, there we are, sitting 16th. Now, Hartlepool were in the League 2 last year. They got relegated and now are in the Vanarama National. But York, however, are still in the Vanarama National League. That's not too bad. Well, let's check out if Port Vale managed to stay the drop. No, they didn't. They are now in League 2. Okay, so let's take a look at League 1 and Blackburn Rovers. Let's have a look. It looks like Blackburn Rovers managed to survive the Premier League drop. So let's have a look at the Championship then. And Hull are back in, but Blackburn are also in the league. So, with that, the experiment obviously changed quite a few things, and Hartlepool are now in the Vanarama National. York are still there. Port Vale are in League 2. So Blackburn are still in the Championship, and Hull have been relegated back down to the Championship. So maybe they didn't capitalise on the misfortunes that Manchester City got relegated to the Vanarama North. So, in the National, let's have a look at what they've got to play for, and let's see if they've done any summer signings or who they've released on the 1st of July. So let's have a quick look at this and see what happens. So, transfer history. So they've let Mangala go to Newcastle for 8 million on the first day of the season, or the first day of the new season, shall we say. Let's have a look at their releases. Release players: Yaya Touré's gone. Pablo Fernandez, not a big name. So really, Yaya Touré's retired, so he hasn't really gone on a free, but he's retired. So at the moment, all is looking good with just the one transfer for 8 million. Don't know how we'll get on, but let's have a quick look at the schedule. We'll see how they get on at the end of the season, and we'll see what they've got. So again, they're in the Euro Super Cup, the Community Shield, the Champions League again, the FA Cup 4th qualifying round, and the FA Trophy as well. So they're the holders of a lot of those trophies, and they can go and win the European Super Cup against Arsenal, who must have won the UEFA Cup last year. So, interesting to see how they get on. So what we'll do, you join us back at the end of the second season, and we'll see how Manchester City done with transfers, see if Pep's still there, and more importantly, see if they get promoted to Football League 2. Join me in a minute. So we've now reached the end of... I've done the 8th of June for some weird reason, not the 1st, but we have reached the end of the next season, and if you remember, Manchester City were in every competition you could note. They were in the Champions League, the Euro Super Cup, the Community Shield, the FA Cup, the FA Vase, which they were all holders of. Let's find out how Manchester City have got on. So, the National League is where they're at. No surprise, they are the holders, and Tranmere have gone up with them. So, let's have a look at how Manchester City have got on. So, there's a new club captain. Vincent Kompany's not there, so maybe he got transferred. We don't know, but we know Kevin De Bruyne is still there, and Pep Guardiola is still in charge at City. Let's have a look at their season, and straight away they lost 2-1 to Manchester United in the Community Shield. However, they won 2-1 in the Super Cup. Let's just go back to the league very quickly, because I've noticed there's a few draws. Let's have a look. Did they actually lose any games? I can't remember. Let's look at the stage. Let's have a look. So the league table, they finished top. No losses, 4 draws, 42 wins, 130 points with 108 goal difference. Again, staggering compared to 28 in the next bit. Looking at players, because I didn't do that in the last episode, so I apologise. Gabriel Jesus, second in goal scores, even though they scored 108 goals. 1 goal in it. As you can see, they didn't really dominate it again. Claudio Bravo, most clean sheets, and just that's it. There, they got quite a lot of team goals. In games won, they're up there. Boreham Wood up there with 25. And players of the match, Bernardo Silva. So really, they didn't dominate it very well. However, they did, like we say when we looked into it, they did win the Super Cup, but not the Community Shield. Looks like they qualified through group stages of the Champions League. They went to the World Championships and lost in the semi-finals. Won in the third place playoff. And they got to the 5th round of the FA Cup, the 4th round of the trophy, and the first round of the Champions League. However, getting knocked out by Juventus in the quarter-final, so no more European competitions for them next year. And they got knocked out in the semi-final by Leicester on penalties as well. Ouch. So only the national, Vanarama National, and the FA Trophy final for them this year. 2 seasons gone, quite a few trophies. They've still got quite a few players, but let's have a look, because it did say Vincent Kompany wasn't there, so let's have a look who's gone. So we knew Mangala went before the transfer window. We've lost Aguero, that's a big name. Fabian Delph, Edison, their goalkeeper's gone. David Silva went to Bournemouth. Wow, that's a big signing for Bournemouth there. That's really about it. Vincent Kompany I saw, as well, to AS Monaco, their captain. But coming in, they got Joel Campbell on a free transfer, who's now been sold to Derby. I didn't see that in the transfers. It's gone to Derby as a free transfer. As a 3 million transfer. That is very strange. Oh yeah, look, there we go, right at the bottom. They brought in Simon Mignolet, Sam Vokes, and Batshuayi from Chelsea. 36 million spent, 97 million in. No, they're not doing too badly. Let's have a look at their stats for the season. So, competitions overall. So, most appearance, Kevin De Bruyne, Gabriel Jesus with Bernardo Silva, over 40 games each. And, yeah, look at that. 15 goals, 25 goals, 21 goals. So, they're scoring quite well. Best rated player who played most, Bernardo Silva, 7.67 rating, not bad. But, yeah, Man City seem to be doing all right. They're now going to be in the Football League next year, so we'll see how they do next season. Pep Guardiola's still there, Bernardo Silva, but are they going to be there when they hit the Football League for League 2 for the first time? Well, we will find out in episode 3 of my FM experiments. Manchester City going from Vanarama North to the Prem. How long will it take them? Who knows? Will they even get there? I'm giving it 10 years roughly, so they should be able to do it within the 10 years. But who knows? Let's find out in episode 3. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button. But before I go, I just want to say a massive thank you to Matt Hood, who pointed out to me in my first video I spelt Manchester wrong. I missed out an E. That is just because I was tired when I did the first video and I created everything about midnight and I was really sleepy, wasn't concentrating, and it just goes to show if you don't foolproof your videos, you can make mistakes. and I'll see you on the next video.